Whoa. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Unreal Engine 5 game development live stream where we're back in our Deck Knight project, a game built from scratch using Unreal Engine 5, C++ blueprints, the gameplay ability system plugin, and all of that good stuff. So today we're going to continue where we left off, where we're actually applying our card cost when we try to activate a card and slot it into our slots for our abilities. But obviously, I think I definitely made a mistake on how I'm doing the execution class. It's not correctly reading the information, and I believe it's because it is a set by caller. And I think I have an example of that in the damage to read it specifically from a set by caller. So probably this one. So I think that's what I need to do instead. So we're going to start off that way just to confirm that our card cost is working as expected, because I think, like, coincidentally, it's working correctly, right? So right now, our card cost is 3, and we don't have 3, but for now, we do allow you to execute that card. But yeah, I need to print string some stuff. I need to really figure this out. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to figure that bug out. We're going to probably add a console command to allow us to override costs, like, pay 0 costs if that's what we want to do. We already have stuff in our calculations and stats for an explicit override. We kind of confirmed that all of that is working as expected, so we'll just kind of have to take it by ear to see where the night takes us. We're going to stream for about an hour 20 minutes. Let's just go for it. So let's go into our card template, because that's where a lot of the logic is hanging out. And yeah, maybe we want to move some stuff into C++ as well, because we do have a bunch of wait for attributes. We probably want to iterate through all the attributes and update the text accordingly. We also have this one where we would also want to check we have the override. So what do we want to do, right? So here, check can afford cost, obviously, yes. So we're applying this stuff and it all more or less kind of works because we assign it by tag and we pass it along. But, you know, the magnitude, I don't think is getting correctly read in here. So we're going to do a test. We're going to say float, you know, test cost equals 0. And then we're going to say something like that, right? So we can actually not make it equal 0. We could just do something to this effect, but then we would say data underscore card cost. And then we could, for now, let's just do a log fmt, log temp, warning, and then just quotes, and we'll say, so base card cost equals 0 test cost. That's that. And then I don't think I need to do something like that. That seems redundant. I should be able to just say base cost test cost, right? And that's just going to complain about spelling. So that should be enough to prove my point. So let's do a hot reload of that, and we'll see what we get. Hope everybody's week so far is going pretty good. You know, it's only Tuesday, but yeah, so far so good. I got a kitty sleeping in the basket. Yeah, let's let this compile and check our log when we try to activate the cards. Because the expected result, at least my assumption is, base card cost will be 0, and then test cost will be the correct value. Because we're passing in, when we're doing the set color by magnitude, we're passing in the card cost. And the card cost is being updated accordingly. So maybe I don't even, well, I do need to wait. I do need to wait for those attribute changes so I can update my calculation. Okay, so for whatever reason, so write access is denied. So weird. Let's just close out of this whole thing and try again. And also, like, randomly, I don't know what broke. But yeah, my deck knight and in my builds, I'm assuming, so development works, but for whatever reason, my shipping builds, it's kind of shit its pants. Like, they're not, it turned into a .NET executable thing, so I'm gonna have to make a new shipping build probably tonight. Maybe I'll have to just restart my computer as well, just to make sure there's nothing hanging around. So let us check again. Yeah, yep. We go activate cards, boom. We check our log. Yeah, so base card cost is 0, test cost is 3. So yeah, my suspicion was correct. So let's just grab this. Well, not both lines, but this line. That spec go, take care of that. Now everything else should hopefully fall in line. So let's see if we can actually do a hot reload now, or is it going to complain again about not having write access? There's also maybe this execution class is like redundant because I'm updating the value as test, and this out card cost is kind of being updated via this library to do the same math. So maybe it's redundant. Yeah, I think it's gonna complain about not having right access again, so that's shitty. We're gonna have to figure that out. So yeah, I wonder if the execution class is unnecessary. Like, first, let's just do a full correct recompile here. So if we can't do hot reloads, that's gonna be annoying for tonight, but whatever. I wonder if there's a better way of doing this so I don't have to have an execution class. Maybe it's just necessary to have anyway. So, because in the end, I could just pass this data without actual execution happening, because the value being passed in. So I think I would get wrong numbers anyway. Now that I'm doing it correctly, because it would basically double it again. So essentially what I could, or I don't know if I should. So you have card level, and then you have eventually card cost. Let me do up value. Get current card cost, which gets a value at a specific level. So it could be. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good idea. I don't know. It's like ideally, like if I could somehow, like, rather than waiting for the attribute change, I could like run this execution. Like I can't do anything, right? Execution modifier. I wonder if there's anything I could find online about this. Maybe Copilot knows something. I'm wondering if I could execute this calculation without using a gameplay effect. So it's just telling me to use an instant gameplay effect with an execution. Because there's... what's the phrase here? It's like get float attribute. I don't remember the... Yes. Damage, resistance. Damage type resistance is in gameplay. So you should evaluate attribute value with tags. So that's okay. I could always keep this just in case I need to perform this calculation somewhere else. So, but like in theory, I don't need it. Like I should be able to just run it. But I think I'll keep it just in case. And what I'll do is more or less this. The template, right? So what do we have? Right, we have card data and card info. So let's store the card info. And yeah, eventually, yeah, this check for the ability set may be unnecessary at some point. We'll work it out a bit, so we could pass along card info. Well, now it should be able to say this and this. Just pass that in like that. But you know, the fact that we are listening for these attributes to kind of update the cost on the card itself might be a little much. Not sure at this moment, but it works. So we now need to we have out card cost, right? This is what we can maybe check against, right? So get current cost, and we can get attribute value, current card resource. That's the energy. Floor. Is it less than or equal to this? Yes. A bunch of this stuff can be moved to code. I still am not 100% convinced if I should just not have the execution class with the card here, but I feel like I'll need it in the future. So now, in theory, I shouldn't be able to activate the card because I don't have enough. Okay, it just got slotted everywhere. Ooh. Okay. So let's figure this out. So yeah, we get to activate card, right? So I guess the card itself, we don't need this check, but maybe we can have something like a function, right? Can afford card cost. Output can afford your const like that. And so in theory, let's say can, is this the right? Oh, I need to move that into C++ because because we have a reference just to the C++ class. We don't have access to the so how would I write this? Is it a blueprint overridable function? I get the names of it. So yeah, eventually I would need to move a bunch of this stuff C++, but let's try to just give ourselves an override. So we're gonna open up that class. There we go. The blueprint implementable event, but there should be like a U function blueprint. I don't know if it's native event. This function is designed to be overridden by blueprint. Yeah, okay. So probably that. And then bool we can afford hard cost. That's the implementation. Let's see. We're probably gonna get something wrong with this signature, right? Yeah, I wonder if that is enough, all right? Let's see. And then hopefully I will be able to override it into blueprint, and then put our stuff there. Okay. Hopefully. Maybe I don't need to be there. No, don't rename it. No! Yeah, let's see if this will be successful or not. Kind of changed the name like halfway through compiling. Let's just be super duper sure. ASMR knuckle cracking for you folks. Something tells me this is not going to be right either, but unresolved symbol virtual bool. Like, do I just have to generate this? Probably correct now. See. Booyah. So now let's see if we can even override it in blueprints and do that. And then we should be okay. It's definitely, so there's already a compile error, which is fine. probably. So let's go into card template. This is where we file error, and we should be able to just do that. Well, let's not just do that. All right, let me grab that. Now there should be an override. Can't afford card cost. We can just do that. Do that. That should be okay. Yep. And now we go into current hand. Because that's a C++ thing, we can ask, can afford cost. True. Now it shouldn't work, right? Oh, yep. Can't do anything. Obviously, we're going to need some sort of feedback for the player. That's something for later. No, not this one. Let's give us some more card resource. Oh, yeah. 4. So now I should be able to afford it, which I can. And then I can activate it. Boom, boom, boom. Now we can be your fireball. So that part works. So we're going to need to... obviously, this is going to be needing to be cleaned up. And also, I noticed that we can't immediately activate a card. Because I think our selected card is not added, so we do add timer. We should be able to say is not empty. True. Get index 0. And we could say what? It's not select card, is it? I think it might be select. Say 0. Should be able to activate it immediately, right? No. But what's wrong? Oh yeah, I can't even afford it. I'm so dumb. Should probably make like some hotkeys as well. Should probably make a debug key to like give myself card resource. Maybe I can have one that add and take one away. That could be useful. Could have two sets of IMCs, right? There's Sheet Manager. I hate Sheet Manager _ add card resource. Source. Add up, down, cool. Control. Are you blinded by the light? Oh, okay. Step settings, check out selected. Yes, please. So now I think I have a cheat manager class, right? That, but maybe it's happening. Or probably. We have debug key left and right, which is affecting the time dilation. So probably should be debug. Am I even, first and foremost, am I even adding this? Reference viewer? No, I'm not even. That's right. So probably do this as well. Maybe there would be a potential toggle. You know, I would say, you know, like caps lock will turn on cheat manager controls or something, but for now, it could be Lord. We should be able to say debug time. What's the increase? Dilation, so untriggered. Time dilation. We'll be able to do a here, so GE underscore. Should be like a card resource, right? Is there anything for resource? Should be like a folder. Some stuff there. Gameplay effect. Something like that. Instant effect. Modifiers. Add. Current card energy. Cute little sleepy kitty. So yeah, add, we could do that. Yeah, it's gonna be set by caller. Tag, we gotta do data dot. Maybe we do like debug dot. Yeah, I'll have to add this tag. So data dot debug dot modify source. That in the controller, I could do add card resource, and I can do remove card resource. Then I need to. I get the player character. I should probably get access to the player state. Guess I could just do things like is validated get build system component make outgoing spec. Heyo, how's it going? Oh, I can't pronounce your name. Sorry. How's it going? Thanks for the hearts. Debug. Current card resource set by caller tag, and we do data dot debug modify card resource, and we get to say one, right? And then let's say Apply gameplay spec to self. Let's do the same thing again. Oops. Except do -1. My heart says to maybe move this into the debug manager. I'm curious. Do I have access to these things in the debug manager? Do I have some sort of begin play? We have on init sheet manager. Is there anything for pawn? I guess I could do like get player character or something like that. Let's see. Let's ask Copilot here. Best way access. We'll say player state or player controller from sheet. So it is scoped to a specific player controller. So get outer player controller. So is there a get player controller? So there is. Awesome. So let's go with that. So as player controller, and we can say it's valid. And we can get player state. That as player state. Also doing is valid. Then get ability system component. Just store that as ability system component. In theory, should be able to just grab this part. Let's disconnect this to be sure. Like this. Could do it as a validated get. And let's put a breakpoint there. I hope there's not going to be some sort of race condition where some things are just not ready by the time we initialize this. Right. See? Breakpoint. We don't get the breakpoint. No. I guess I need to change, right? So, well, never change. But yeah, cheat manager. Yeah, let's change you to. Now I should be able to get. Oh no. Breakpoint. Do I get any of the call? Interesting. So the cheat class, I'm saying, what's that? Is there maybe in project settings, in the game mode, it's not like a specific cheat manager class, right? Because yeah, we're using player controller class as this, and for some reason it's not working. Let me spawn again. Seems like it's working. It's there. If I do up, so they don't get called. Do I never get the breakpoint, which is interesting. If I just put a print string, it's like, do we get that print string? No. I don't think I have to do a parent call, do I? So we have a cheat manager though. Like, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. So we have manager, cheat manager here, right? So we have init cheat manager. So do I even get this call? I do, right? Oh, is it because I'm not calling the Uber? Let's see. Let's just confirm if we can actually even call enhanced input events. Okay, so it can't. That sucks. But I'm assuming in code I can create lambdas for it. Maybe that's just too much trouble. But for what it's worth at the moment, I do want to see if I get this breakpoint now. Yes, I do. Awesome. I forgot to do the super. But yeah, we can't really go up or down within the Gman class, so yeah. Not going to work for the time being, not the end of the world, but kind of a shame, right? So we'll leave it as is. Something to revisit another time. We will just plug these back in, and we should get the results still. So let's see. Hey, we did, but we got to change. Be on rest. They all came in all together. So rest. So let's try that again. And so now I can just quickly add, remove card resource values, and yeah, the UI will react. So boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. So great. So I can easily now just test, hey, can I activate card? Yes, boom, done. Cool. So again, I would like it to potentially be encapsulated in a different class because it's a controller, but for now it's fine. But let's add an actual console command. But what do I want this console command to do? I want it to essentially nullify costs. So, like, how would I want it to? Like, I don't want the card to visually say it's free, unless it is free. When I have this cheat on, I just want to be able to activate the stuff and say, hey, don't reduce anything. So let's go in. Let's go into the deck manager component. I don't know if it would, like, I don't know if it needs to be a console command. Well, I think it just needs to be an explicit console command. I think it has to be its own thing. Let's go into the deck component, I suppose. So deck, no, character components, deck manager component, and I think I do something like similar than the targeting. Base, yeah, something like this. So it's a namespace, but it's fine. I'm hoping we could say gas course deck manager. Stevar's static bool B ignore card costs, and then that, and we could say so gas course debug deck manager component dot ignore card cost, right? And then we can say ignore costs of cards. Card resource is not spent, and you can activate any card. Regardless. And now I feel like so CVAR enables sorting. But I want to say CVAR ignore card cost. Be able to make a function public one. I can say the function pure category equals deck manager. Do I have any examples of other categories? Let's say deck. So deck.d, not dot, but deck. I could say pool, and the B. Bool debug ignore cost card cost enabled. So something to that effect. But I think I need to go into this and then say like that. I think. Can be made static, so that I think will work. So the next stuff I need to do. I would need to go now that I have an execution class. Should be able to query that. I hope. So gameplay abilities. So now I don't know where the execution is. Card energy. Right. Card energy cost. So we could, I hope, say, like, can I simply just hash include character components, manager component, like that, and then can I say this? And I immediately say if um I would need to get the player state, so what will be the easiest way to write this? As like I would need to get access to the player state, so we would have to say target actor in this case. We will say if let's see if we could just like immediately get to the player state. So a gas course player state. I don't remember. Maybe it's gotta figure out what the include on this is. It is game framework. What? Oh, it's game framework, not just framework. So hopefully that's okay. We could say I don't know. Like I'm sure there's a better way to write that, but maybe that'll work. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't introduce more circular dependency crap here. So let's see now if that even works. So I'm gonna have to do it in a couple places as well. Because there's still like this whole. I guess I need to. Maybe I need to have a helper function in the deck manager component to ask if I can afford a card. Might be better. So it's in some centralized place. So rather than the logic in the card itself, I can afford cost, like having that exist there. To be in like the deck manager component, and I can have I can listen to this stuff and I can say, hey, if the card cost has changed, we can have delegates firing it off here. Maybe that's better. Probably is better. But yeah, for now, let's go here. So, or we would need a reference to the deck manager component. Deck manager component. We can afford. Okay, I don't think I made it exposed. I made a blueprint. Sure. Okay. Yep. Oh, I hope that worked. So when I activate this, well, let's see if I have deck. Card costs 1. Now if I activate this card, well, I mean, the actual check here seemed to work. That's how I was able to play it, right? So this is false, but this is true. That's fine, but actual calculation stuff in cost. So I would need to go in here and see what happened. So, bam. So I'm assuming that just straight up failed. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so it's still like we got there, right? Am I crazy? Well, something's not really making sense. Like we return. How many times does this get activated? Let me just make sure we're not executing it twice. Okay. We don't get there. But what's confusing me is why we get to, like, here. But we don't. Incoming cost, property. We get to 0. Right? So let's go to our attribute sets for the card. Resources all the way down here. So what's the local cost? What does it even say? The local cost is still 3. Which I don't understand. Like, it's still... Like, why am I getting such, like, messed up numbers? It's, like, wrong. Because, like, it's correct, it's overriding it, right? Unless I want to make it additive, but I don't think it matters. Like, well, override does matter, because I want to make it 0. Not really giving me anything useful. I guess in theory, I could just make this a return. I shouldn't have to modify anything. Let's see if that works. Let's see if that did anything for us. Oh yeah, we can't hot reload. I'm gonna have to do a restart of this machine to see what's going on. I hope just doing a straight up return will fix the problem. Okay, hold up. What the frick happened? Why did I get all those errors? Fingers crossed that that was just a fluke. Oh no. What happened? What happened? Oh my. Let's reopen this. And we pray. But if it's still broken for some reason, I'm gonna have to do a restart and figure that out off stream. But there's hope. Let's let it do its thing. Yeah, for some reason today I'm extra tired. Slept pretty good last night, but you know, the day was pretty exhausting, honestly. Fingers crossed. Problem still happens. I'm gonna be so upset. I don't know what I could have added there. Because I forced quit while I was like doing a hot reload and trying to link some stuff. It crapped its pants. Oh no. Dang it. Okay. I'll have to figure this out off stream. I guess I might have to just do like a what's the word? Binaries and intermediate delete. Do generate Studio project files. It takes a moment to open up. I'll eventually open something up, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure I clicked it. There you go. Log. Fine. Open up the solution again. I opened it twice. Whoopsie. Close out both of them? What happened? Pretty sure I double clicked that. Pretty sure I double clicked. 1, 2. Oh, okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Like, if not, like, I didn't put any, like, weird-ass includes anywhere. Let's let it do its process, and then we'll try one more time. Generating a bunch of stuff. Okay. Let it finish its thing. Just so we know for sure we're not interrupting anything. Okay? Fingers crossed, gang. If it still doesn't work, I'm gonna be. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end the stream in frustration, probably, but you know, post getting upset. How am I gonna fix this? I don't know. So I'm hoping that fixed it, but. Okay. It's doing something. I don't see a bunch of red show up just yet, so. There it is. Oh, no. What did I do? So where does it break? I guess is the question. Because a lot of things compile just fine. It just reaches a specific class, or a couple of classes, it seems. Like, how did I do this? Like, I didn't do anything. Oy vey. So, yeah, first time, yeah, it's Niagara Text Toolkit. Which I don't even want. At this point, do I even need it? Hey, thanks for the follow there, Kims. You're just in time to see me get frustrated and trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong here. We have Deck Knight, plugins. I'm just gonna nuke this. There's also the damage pipeline thing. I don't know what I have there, but there's I am GUI. I'm gonna take out the Niagara Text stuff because I don't need it. So let's do it one more time. We'll see if we get any better results. It's like the definition of insanity, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. Don't believe there is anything for text for here. Ransom Niagara Converter, fine. Niagara UI renderer, that's also fine. Let's let Writer do its thing, and then we'll try to do another build, and then we pray. So, fingers crossed. in the chat. It's not doing what I'm hoping it would be doing. Build. Cancel. Again. Do we get a bunch of errors? What is wrong? What did I do? I don't even know why I have this damaged pipeline plugin either. So I don't know what happened. I'm gonna go cry. So I'll try to fix this off stream and have it back to normal by Thursday. So thanks for watching. It's always super appreciated for anyone joining. Feel free to join our Discord. Make sure to follow and subscribe on YouTube, and make sure to follow here on Twitch. Any support is appreciated. Enjoy your night. Wish me luck. And I'll see you hopefully on Thursday.